Polystyrene, commonly known as styrofoam, has long plagued the environment as a pollutant. Every year, approximately 14 million tons of it is generated worldwide. Joining us now to talk to us about a potential solution on the sidelines of COP29 is Rob Mortimer, who is Managing Director of Styrex. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you.
Now, Rob, a natural solution has been developed. And to address the growing issue that we have because of the styrofoam waste, what do you have exactly for us?
So we actually discovered something quite by accident. And while we were developing fuel reform, which is a product that makes fossil fuels combust more efficiently, we had a little bit of an accident in the factory, and we discovered that the waste actually breaks down polystyrene. And what I'm showing you here is that we can put polystyrene into this Styrex liquid. And what it does is it changes the molecular structure of the polystyrene, which is oil-based. So with polystyrene, all it is oil polymers that are expanded. They blow air into it to make it so that it has better insulation properties. So you've placed the styrofoam in the byproduct, is it? This is the waste from our main product.
What does the waste include? What is it made of?
It's made out of 100% natural vegetable esters. So when we're making the fuel reform product, 100% natural vegetable esters that we take through a lot of processes to make it so that it breaks down fossil fuels. But then what's left over at the end is a material that we thought it didn't have any use, and we used to just get rid of it.
Now I see there's a bubbling happening right in front of me. Could you explain that process to us?
So this process is where we're unlocking the molecules on the polystyrene and allowing the air to escape. Now normally what happens is that nobody can get that air out of the polystyrene, and so it goes into landfill. And the landfill there it takes up a lot of volume. So it's very, very lightweight, but there's a lot of volume.
Now, it accounts for 30% of landfill waste, as you said, because of its volume. What are other plans for scaling down on this waste?
So what we're doing at the moment is we're trying to find partners to work with globally, where they can set up plants for taking polystyrenes before it goes to landfill and to reducing it into a gel. And I'm going to show you some of the gel that this is. This is a lot of polystyrene that has been broken down. And this gel can now become a solid fuel, because this is oil after all. So it's just going back into solid fuel.
I've seen people mixing polystyrene with petrol. That also creates a gel-like material, I believe,
It does, but that's not a good way of breaking it down. You know, this is 100% natural, and it's breaking it down by changing the molecules. When you're adding petrol in, you're adding in a chemical, which is, it's not very good for the environment. So what we're pleased about is this is the first 100% natural product that is able to do the breaking down, but more than that, we can now turn this into a fuel that can be put into countries where instead of having to go out looking for firewood, they're able to burn.
Talk to me about it transforming into fuel. How does that happen again? I mean,
so if you look at the base product being oil, it's very refined, and then you get the oil polymers. So just by taking the air out and putting it back into this gel can now be taken and used. It's
completely okay to touch it, right? It's safe.
Absolutely. It's again, it's very natural. I've been doing this a long time, and I still look okay, I think. But yeah, so it's this gel that it turns into. We've had toxicity reports done on it on the burning, and it burns cleaner than wood, but it burns with 3 times the amount of calorific value, so it's 3 times more efficient than wood.
How long does that process take, the breaking down?
You can see it's been quite quick. It's been quite quick. Now it depends on the type of polystyrene that you're using, because you have different densities. But we've just discovered even more, which is that if we heat the Styrex before we put the polystyrene in, the breaking down is almost instant.
Really? So the temperature does matter. But that again needs a lot of, you need energy for that too. So you're trying to reduce...
so doing it naturally, we can talk about 10 to 15 minutes.
Byproducts. Tell me about byproducts of the process itself. Other than, what kind of gas is produced by
So from this, most of what's put into polystyrene is air. So it's just holding the air in there. So when we're letting the polystyrene down, it's just producing air.
Rob, we'll leave it there. All the best, and thank you for coming in.
Thank you very much. Thank you.